Blessings, beautiful being. It is truly such an honor to connect with you within this divine space and time. Thank you for tuning in, setting an intention here and creating the awareness, taking a moment to breathe in deeply and to harmonize your frequency, to balance, stabilize, and open up to allow your personal higher self to come and embody within you and around you, to assist you, to guide you as you continue to expand your awareness, increase your consciousness, and bring in more light to your body and being, to unify your soul, your spirit, your heart, and your body, so that you can continue to access your full potential, and again, embody the best version of yourself. And so it is. And as I have said and spoken of before, if you have watched any of my videos previously, that really is all it takes, is to set the awareness, create the intention, and also to carve out the space, even if it is just for a few moments, for you to be present, for you to invoke a certain energy within you. And this actually does shift your vibration. It increases your frequency and allows for you to receive and perceive and experience even more out of your every single moment. So here we are, which actually leads me into the point of this video, discussing the universal laws. All beings actually follow these universal laws, whether they know it or not, because these are the foundational, structured ways of existence in which Earth and our galaxy was created by, and it is again the foundation in which all things are created within. So the first one, and one that I speak of very often because knowing that you have this literally grants you and gives you infinite ability to co-create and to choose and to respond in new ways, knowing that you are never subject to a past reality and instead allows you to change any experience from any moment, is the universal law of free will. Now, free will is your ability to choose your action, your emotion, your energetic response and reaction in any moment. So again, you are never subject to staying one way, to being one way, or to being subject or suppressed by anything else externally. You always have the ability to choose your reality. Now, this is in a physical sense and in an energetic sense, because just as you can choose your physical actions, you have free will to at any single moment decide, okay, I'm going to hug myself, okay, I'm going to drink this water, okay, I'm going to create a video, okay, I'm going to sing a song. That is free will. And we also have this ability emotionally, where say someone is triggering you in some way, rather than responding from a past shadow or in a reactionary way that causes disharmony or something undesired, you have the free will ability to choose your emotional response to everything. You also have the free will to choose your energetic emission. The energy that you want to emit, the energy that you want to focus on, and the energy that you want to feed. So yes, there is a divine plan, which when I speak of the divine plan, I am referring to the fact that in the future, once we have transcended through this process of this beautiful shift and increase in consciousness, the light has won. We have harmonized ourselves, we have shifted our dimensional awareness and increased the vibratory frequency here on Earth and thus in the galaxy. That is what happens no matter what. And the way that you personally experience that is actually based on your free will. So you get to choose how you experience things and also how you perceive things, how you take things, how you respond to things. That is your free will. You have the ability to choose in any and every single moment. So knowing this allows you to, even if you have chosen something that you later acknowledge is undesired or not in integrity with yourself or is not something ideal for you, then you actually have the free will ability to shift it in that moment by then responding or reacting in a different way. You always have that ability. Even if one is confined physically, you still have the free will to consciously, to energetically choose what happens next to you by knowing that, again, no matter what, even if the external reality is trying to display that you are confined or locked in some way, you still have the free will ability to choose your present and your future. Even if your free will choosing has to require a few steps in order for you to completely shift your reality, that is still a thing. You still have the free will ability to create your future in the way that you want to. So know this, and also respect and honor this, that you have free will, therefore you are responsible for how you act, how you respond, and how you feel as well. And the next universal law, which, by the way, these are not in any specific order, they're just kind of how they are channeling through for me to share in this video right now, is the law of karma, cause and effect. So in acknowledging that you have the free will ability to choose and you are responsible for choosing what you do, what you say, what you feel, knowing that there is always an effect, there is always an energetic and a physical response in external reality as well as your internal reality to what you choose. So it's knowing that in activating and utilizing your free will to choose a certain energy, there is always going to be a response and a reaction to it. So if you choose something positively polarized, or to embody or to respond in a positively polarized way, then the response energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually is also going to be in a positively polarized energy. If you do it in the opposite, in a negative way, then there is going to be a negative response. Even if it is not immediate, or if it is not tangibly visible, it will become that way, because again, that is how the universal law works, where that which you send out always will come back to you. And it's also knowing that we amplify frequencies and we're also feeding energies and feeding sources. If you choose something positive, then you are increasing, enhancing, and feeding the positive, the light, happiness, bliss, joy, and harmony. If you do it in the opposite way, then please know that you are feeding that energy. And if you are a light being and here to shift the consciousness and the love and the health and the happiness here on earth, then that's not something that you want to do. So please be aware of that, and again, know your power. That which you choose to embody and to create and to emit energetically, physically, emotionally, and spiritually creates a ripple effect that not only affects you, but affects all. And again, with the universal law of the divine plan, no matter what, everything does end up shifting positively. However, if you choose to exist and to experience a negatively polarized energy, then that does create karmic debt for you, which no matter what, does build up and will end up shifting your personal, individual reality. So no matter what, the divine plan happens for the collective. However, you experience the way in which you get to that point. Therefore, karmic debt may create more cycles for you, more trials for you, more incarnations for you in order to get to that space, because it is required that you individually shift and harmonize and anchor and completely clarify, purify your own frequency into a positively polarized energy, and to be stable in that energy and consciously, constantly choosing that energy in order to be a part of the divine plan, which leads into the cycles of nature. So not only does first density and second density nature experience cycles and phases of embodiment, where there are different seasons, the trees live and they die, flowers bloom and blossom, and then they go back into the soil, they repollinate, they seed, and then they come out once again. But humans also experience this, where it is very important to honor your specific phases and cycles. And like all things, if you're starting to pick up on this is physical as well as energetic. So your body experiences different phases and cycles of flux and flow, where you will have more energetic times where it is time to stand and rise and to beam out your energy and to co-create with your external. And there are also times where it's necessary for you to come more inward and cultivate energy more from within, to create your own energetic womb space, and to even shed and to release, and to, in a way, allow for old aspects of yourself to die and to refurbish and to recalibrate and reintegrate into your body and being. It is so important to honor the times when you feel energized and also when you feel tired and need to rest. And you'll also know that as you do honor these phases, just as nature naturally does and is so good at, you will observe a greater sense of energy, strength, momentum, and power flourish within you and build so that you can show up in a new way, so that you can continue to open and to expand your inner soul and being into your body and thus into the reality that you co-create with all. This is also where you will access your true superpowers, which are also evolving. So it's knowing that you are meant to experience different phases so that you can continue to evolve. We must shed to create room for new. As you allow yourself to shed, release, die, and then rebirth, regrow, and evolve, you will discover your individual superpower abilities. Because yes, you have them, and actually acknowledging and coming into embodiment of your individual superpower abilities is your purpose here on earth. It is your mission to embody who and what you truly are and your own individual essence. And a major part of this is actually derived from the next universal law, which is the law of alchemization and transmutation. The very fact that you are an alchemist, especially as a positively polarized light being here on earth, when you choose to respond, react, embody, feed, and nourish the light and positive energy, love and bliss and compassion, you are helping to alchemize and also transmute any darkness that has existed. And in order to do this, we need individuals, we need conduits of positive energy and light and high frequency love and bliss and compassion and joy to actually transmute things. So it's knowing that as a light being, often we are guided to situations, relationships, scenarios, and experiences that may initially seem negative in order to transmute it. And with this awareness, you can activate your power within these scenarios, knowing that all things change, have different cycles and phases, and the divine plan is inevitable. You as a conduit of light and high frequency energy, you may be experiencing toxicity or density or darkness or any type of disease in order to transmute it and in order to alchemize more light into that particular theme or variable or situation. And now this may be a little bit difficult or challenging for people to take responsibility of. However, when you allow yourself to take responsibility for what you experience and knowing that in a way, in a realm, you may have actually placed this situation or scenario in your life experience so that you can bring more light to it. Knowing that even before you incarnated, that you would have the power, the strength, and the ability to transmute anything that you are to experience or have experienced. And it's also knowing that with free will, you also have the ability to redefine and to rewrite what has happened to you or what is happening to you into something that is happening for you. Not only are you strong enough, but you truly do have the ability to channel more light into your body, into your being, into your emotional and energetic state, to shift, to not only influence and enhance, but to literally change whatever variable you are dealing with. You have this ability, and again, we are here to transmute the darkness into light. This is your power, this is your ability, and acknowledging your power through this may also help to lead you to your personal superpower. And your personal superpower also translates as your purpose here on Earth. So maybe it is that you are to just experience it for yourself, and this can lead you to your passion. Or maybe it is that you are to transmute a certain situation or scenario or state of experience in order to help others to do the same. To data collect, to acquire information, to evolve in ways so that you can help others to do the same. And it's also knowing that as a conduit of light, as a channel of higher frequency energy, when you experience something and you bring more light to it, when you alchemize it and transmute it, this amplifies the energy so that even people who you don't know, who you don't ever meet, who you don't ever speak to, or who may never even know that you exist, you are actually helping them as well. You are helping to make that reality of transmutation, alchemization into whatever it is, to amplify that reality so that others can tap into it as well. Because we are all connected, when we experience something, it is a contagious frequency that then emanates into the collective. So people may not even know it, and you may not even know it, that you have experienced this before, where an idea comes to you, or a strength comes to you, or a reality comes to you, where you all of a sudden acknowledge you have this ability, or you have an awareness, or a thought or an idea becomes available to you, and it's because it has been activated in the collective light grid in which we are again all connected to and a part of and co-creating with. So these are a few of the universal laws in which all beings follow and are subject to, whether they are conscious to it or unconscious to it, because they are the foundational, structured, energetic formulas in which the galaxy and Earth was created by. And there are many more universal laws, for example, the law of attraction, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, and I will do a whole different video on itself. But these ones that I have shared in this video specifically, I have personally channeled and been guided to translate into verbal transmissions through English words and share with you here in this video, meaning that I didn't read these anywhere, nor have I heard other people talk of them specifically or in this formulaic way. However, my guides have specified that they're very specifically important and need to be amplified to the collective, to assist the collective, to return power and presence to you beautiful beings. And as you acknowledge them, as you embody these universal laws that help to empower your soul and activate your own energy, this will positively influence and enhance everything in return. So thank you for tuning in, thank you for existing, I truly love and appreciate you. And with this information, may you continue to increase your awareness, your power, your presence, your frequency, and thank you for doing so, because again, it influences everything, and that's huge. That alone is your purpose. So thank you for being. Infinite blessings, and so it is.